ओम श्री परमात्मने नमः। अथ पंचदशोऽध्यायः पुरुषोत्तम प्राप्ति योगः। श्री भगवानुवाच ऊर्ध्वमूलमदः शाखम् अश्वत्थं प्राहुरव्ययम् छन्दांसि यस्य पर्णानि यस्तं वेद स वेदवित्। With roots above and branches below, they speak of an indestructible Ashwatha tree. The leaves of this tree are the Vedic hymns, and one who knows this is called a knower of Vedas. Brief note: this is a metaphor for the tree of life. The Ashwatha refers to samsara, and the root is symbolic of the Lord. The Ashwatha tree can also refer to the Maya, and above is the Brahman as its support. Adhaschordhvam prasrutastasya shakhaah gunapravruddha vishayapravalaah adhascha moolanyanusantatani karmanubandhini manushya-loke. The branches of this Ashwatha tree spreads downwards and upwards, nourished by the three gunas, that is Sattva, Rajasa and Tamasa. The objects of the senses are its buds or shoots, and as the roots extends downwards, it binds the action of men in this world. Narupamasyeha tathopalabhyate Nanto na chadirna sampratishtha Ashwatthaменam suvirudhamulam Asanga shastrena drudhena chitva. The form of this tree cannot be perceived in this world, nor its end, its origin, or its foundation can also be perceived. Cut down this strongly rooted Ashwatha tree with a weapon of non-attachment or an axe of detachment with great determination. Note: this whole shloka is again a metaphor for ignorance of samsara or maya, the never-ending cycle of birth and rebirth and death. Tatah padam tat parimargitavyam Yasmin gata na nivartanti bhuyaha Tameva chadyam purusham prapadye Yata pravritte prasruta purani. Having cut down the strongly rooted Ashwatha tree with an axe of detachment and determination, one should find a path from which there is no return. One should surrender to that primal original, the first person from whom the ancient energy flows and emerged. Nirmana moha jita sanga dosha adhyatma nitya vinivritta kama dvandvair vimukta sukha dukkha sanyai gacchantya mudha padamavyayam tat. Without pride and delusion, conquering the evils of attachment, constantly established in the self, free from pairs of opposites or free from dualities of pleasure and pain, the wise ones, the undiluted ones, they walk on that indestructible path. Na tad bhasayate suryaha Na shashanko na pavakaha Yad gatva na nivartante Tad dhama paramam mama. The sun does not shine there, nor does the moon, nor fire. Having gone there, no one returns. That is my supreme home, my supreme abode. Mamaivamsho jiva loke Jiva bhuta sanatanaha Mana shashthani indriyani prakritisthani karshati. A small portion of myself transformed in this living world as eternal soul or Jivatma, attracts to itself the six senses, of which mind is the sixth, all existing in Prakriti. Shariram yadabhapnoti yachchapyutkramati ishvaraha gruhitvaitani samyati vayurgandhani vashayat. When the Lord acquires a body and later when he departs from it, he seizes the senses and the mind, just like the wind which carries fragrances, perfumes from their source. Shrotram chakshuhu sparshanam cha rasanam ghranameva cha adishthaya manaschayam vishayanupasevate. Taking over the ears, the eyes, the touch, the taste, the smell, and also the mind, the Lord enjoys the objects of the senses. Utkramantam sthitam vapi bhunjanam va gunanmitam vimudhananu pashyanti jnana chakshushaha. Influenced by the three gunas, the ignorant ones do not perceive the Lord when he is departing, when he is staying, or when he is enjoying. Only the wise ones with the eye of knowledge recognize and perceive the Lord. Yatanto yoginaschainam paschantyatmanyavasthitam yatantopyakritatmanaha nainam paschantyachetasaha. The yogis who strive and seek the Lord see him within themselves, but the ignorant and the untrained ones are unable to see him even when they struggle to do so. Yadadityagatam tejaha jagad bhasayate khilam yachandramasi yacchagnau tattejo vidhimamakam. The splendor coming from the sun which illuminates the entire world, that which is in the moon, that which is in the fire, know that splendor is from me. Gama vishyacha bhutani dharayam yaham ojasa pushnami chaushadhim sarvaha somo bhutva rasatmakaha. Entering the earth, I support every being with my vital energy, and having become the watery moon, I nourish all the plants. Aham Vaishvanaro bhutva praninam dehamashtritaha pranapana samayuktaha pachamyannam chaturvidham. Having become Vaishvanara, digestive fire, I enter all living beings and reside within them. Having become prana and apana, the inward and the outward breaths, I digest 4 kinds of food. The 4 kinds of food that are being referred here are the food that is chewed, swallowed, licked and sucked. Sarvasya chaham hrudi sannivishtaha mattah smritir jnanam apohanam cha vedaischa sarvairahameva vedyaha vedanta krid veda videva chaham. And I am seated in the hearts of all living beings. From me comes memory, knowledge and absence. I alone am to be known by the Vedas. I am indeed the knower of Vedas and the author of Vedanta. Dvamimau purushav loke ksharascha eva cha kshara sarvani bhutani kutastho uchyate. There are 2 types in this world, the perishable and the imperishable. It can also be called destructible and indestructible. The perishable are all living beings. The unchanging is called the imperishable. Uttama purushastvanyaha paramatmetyudahritaha yo lokatrayamavishya Bibartyavyaya Ishwaraha. Apart from this, there is another Supreme Person. He is called Supreme Self, Paramatma. Having entered the three worlds, He sustains it. He is also imperishable and indestructible Lord. Yasmat ksharamati toham aksharaadapi chottamaha atosmi loke vedecha pratithah purushottamaha. Since I rise above the perishable, I am also beyond the imperishable. I am proclaimed in the world and in the Vedas as the Supreme Person, Purushottama. Yo mameva masammudhaha janati purushottamam sa sarvabhit bhajati mam sarva bhavena bharata. O Arjuna, one who is not deluded and knows me as the Supreme Person, Purushottama, that person, he is all-knowing and he worships me with his whole being. Iti guhyatamam shastram idamuktam maya nagha etad buddhva buddhiman syat kritakrityascha bharata. O Arjuna, in this way I have told you the most secret teaching. Knowing this, one shall become wise, enlightened and fulfill all his duties. Om Tat Saditi Srimad Bhagavad Gitasu Upanishadsu Brahma Vidyayam Yoga Shastre Shri Krishna Arjuna Samvade Purushottama Prapti Yogo Nama Panchadashodhyayaha.